Mic check 1 2 1 2, coming straight out of the gate at you. How long will you last during this drivecast? It's the morning rhyme. These are the early hours. The search for light and life and meaning at the beginning of the day. So, today is going to be another ramble about different principles, thoughts, concepts, ideas, philosophies that I've picked up recently. Call it good ideas. Things to keep in mind. To keep in the back of your mind. So, simple principles. Simple principles. The first simple principle today is don't do something to get something else. Don't do something to get something else. Which is another way of saying it's never right to do something wrong to do something right or to get something right. Your method is as important as your result. In essence, your method defines your result. Right, I don't know if you can tell, just had to pause myself there for a violent sneezing fit. Yeah, in the morning, where you just sneeze constantly for about a minute. Or is it just me? Might just be me, I suppose. Anyway, I was talking about methods and results. Processes. Be aware of the process. If the process is not right, the conclusion cannot be right. That's it, really. That's number one. Number two is never do work that you see as a sacrifice. Never do work that you see as a sacrifice. The reason for this is that you are going to resent either what you have done or those that you have done it with. And you're going to feel that somebody owes you something if you do that. And you're not going to let go of the idea. It's going to haunt you. So it's always a bad idea if you're going to organize your work and your activities and your day in terms of sacrifice. Sacrifice is in essence a loss. And don't get me wrong, there are times when we need to lose, to gain, to put something down so that we can pick something up. There are times for that, but judge accordingly, judge carefully, judge discerningly. Number 3 on our list today is impossible is just an opinion. And what I mean by that is that very often people are emotionally driven and don't have a grounding in facts. So they tend to dismiss that which they perceive to be unreal, which is that which has not yet been achieved. Keyword being yet. Everything was impossible at some time, until dreams, creativity, and imagination changed all of that. Number 4. External successes do not trump internal happiness. External success does not win over internal happiness. If you're not happy inside, and everything grows from the inside out, nothing grows from the outside in. Things are formed from the outside in, but they grow from the inside out. That's the difference between basic growth or learning and information. It doesn't really matter what happens in the external world. I mean, how many people have been successful in their business, successful in their career, successful in their job, successful in achieving, attaining, hitting a target, and yet have felt unfulfilled because your target in general moves quite a lot as you go through life. Your goals change. And quite a lot of them should change as well. As information changes the situation. Point 5 is to understand the difference between the brain and the mind is key. To understand the difference between the brain and the mind is key. The brain is based on the principles of survival instincts. It's designed to keep the body functioning and alive. Whereas the mind is designed for creativity, for development, for progress, for love, for contemplation, and for understanding. So understand which mode you are in during your day in your processes. Understand the modes. The modes of the brain and the modes of the mind. Point 6 is that people are part of your anchor. People are part of your anchor. This means that part of your connection to reality, your grounding, is based in the grounding and connections of the people around about you. It is very often said that your own personal success is defined by the success of the 5 people that you spend most time with. Success breeds success. Right? You're not going to take 2 wild, uncared for dogs and breed them together and produce show what words am I looking for? You know, the award-winning breeds. Now, you can't have really cheap, bad tools and use them to produce a fantastic piece of craft or art. So, the people are part of your anchor. They'll either lift you up or pull you down. Very rarely is there any middle territory. The middle territory is a kind of neutral friendship, which is comfortable yet non-progressive, basically. Point 7, and you're not going to remember these, so you better write them down if you're not doing that already. And how many points are there? Well, there's enough points to get us to where we're going today. Point 7. Not everybody wants to be happy. Not everybody wants to be happy. Each experience we have, each emotion we go through, each time we act and create action, we are making a choice. And there are a hell of a lot of people who are making a choice to be in a mental state which is negative. Because for them, it offers some kind of neutrality and a certain level of immediate comfort. So when you are spending time around people, be aware of those who are able to appreciate positive emotional states and happiness. And I recommend that you be aware of different levels and different states of happiness. There are things like simple happiness and complex happiness. I also recommend that you be very aware of simple happiness. Which correlates to the principle of being simple-minded. Happy and unaware of consequence is not a good place or a good state to be in your mind, that is. And to my left, a giant orange sun. Blinking through a cover of deep, misty clouds, tinting everything a warm orange color. Anyway, number 8 is that not everybody wants to be happy. No, I just did that. That was number 7. It's not funny. Focus. Not funny. I hate it. Hate it when people do something silly or stupid and then they laugh like it's okay. So you gotta laugh like it's not okay. Sometimes. As somebody told me yesterday, you're too serious. I'm like, somebody's got to be serious. Someone's got to do the thinking. Just relax, let it go. Go with the flow. Arakti disco. Okay. Time and place. Time and place. Time and place for everything. Which brings us to the principle. I always hit the same hole in the road right there. Anyway. Everybody knows instinctively what is right. Everybody knows instinctively what is right. There's just an inbuilt, hardwired human state of truth. Everybody knows what is right, and it's the light bulb effect. When the light goes on in your mind and you make the connections that are the foundation of human living, the contact and connectivity between individual human people. It's these connections that push us forward, allow us to build. That turn no sense into sense. And how many is that? 9? I think that's 9. I've lost count. I'm focusing on roads and roundabouts. morning things. I imagine half the drivers on the road are still half asleep. So if that's 9, which I hope it is, might only be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's probably only 8. Okay, we'll do one more. And then I gotta go. The last principle is an active principle, which means it's a question. Ask yourself, is what is happening to me, or is what is happening for me? Is what is happening to me, or is it happening for me? Is it happening to me? It's out of my control. Or is it happening for me? There's something I can learn from the process. And if you can turn every experience into a learning process, then you will always win. You will always win. You will always have an advantage. So, take these 9 principles, consider them, deliberate over them, integrate them into your life, and take a step forward. Wherever you are, have a great day. I have reached my destination.